Hi.
Hello, everybody, bright suns, and welcome back to Castles and Company. This is episode 8. So, yeah, we got a lot of big news that dropped this week. Not too much, but we had things like the Shang-Chi trailer, some things for Marvel, some things for Star Wars, so we'll talk about that. So, let me introduce everyone who's here with me today. So, starting off, we have Gwyneth with us again. Say hi, Gwyneth.
Hey everyone.
And then we have Nathan with us this week.
Hello.
And long time no see, we have Lena joining with us.
Hi.
So yeah, I guess to start us off, we'll just start going through what we have in news this week. First thing would be the Shang-Chi trailer. So everyone here,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi? I thought
Shang-Chi.
Gwyneth just told me it was Shang-Chi.
She lied to you.
She asked her
Yeah.
mom.
She used her
Mhm.
Chinese heritage to lie to you, Jared. She
Wow,
Sorry,
abused your
Jared.
credibility.
how could you all? So someone else say it then. Someone else talk about the trailer because I can't pronounce it.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
It's Shang like long and then Chi. You got it half right already.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. Okay. I am now canceled, but we'll talk about the trailer. So, everyone here has seen the trailer, yes, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
What do y'all
Yes.
think about it? Anyone want to start us off?
I thought it was pretty cool. Is it like based in anything? Or is it like
Probably
its
the Marvel
own?
comics.
Yeah, but like I've never seen it. Like, is anyone else familiar with the comics?
Nah.
This like
I'm
universe?
not.
I know you are, Gwyneth, you're more of a comic person, right? Are you? I forget. Are you more
Yeah.
DC?
More DC.
Okay.
I really like the idea of like I want some new stories, you know? I'm tired of just rehashing the same five superheroes over and over.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're
If
always.
we get one more Spider-Man reboot, it's over. Done.
I think
I'm
the.
especially excited. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You go first, Lena.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm especially excited because I know that the actor that plays Shang-Chi is like a longtime Marvel fan, like grew up reading the comic. Because I just remember as soon as he was accepted for the role on Twitter, he was just tweeting like, "This is a dream come true." Like, I was like 8 years old, like putting these comics under my pillow, like dreaming this, and now it's like actually. So that's why I'm like personally excited. Also, like new storyline and stuff is super dope.
Yeah, it's
Homie
actually.
was like,
Oh, guys,
he was
go say
like,
something real quick, Nathan.
I was just gonna say he was like, Mans was like the one person at the audition that actually knew what the comic was before like applying to audition.
No, didn't you see the original tweet? He was like at Marvel, like hit me up for an Asian superhero, and then like his follow up tweet was like when he was announced for the role, and he was like, "Wow, I can't believe they did it."
That's funny.
So yeah, I think it's pretty cool that like he was one of the people that helped get the ball rolling on it, and like you said, it's nice to see like a new. Of course, this is the second trailer. This isn't the first trailer, but it's nice to see a new story that we're getting that's not just like Spider-Man again or Captain America again or anything like that.
And I know it's just the trailer, but it actually looks good. I liked the trailer. Like it wasn't like I didn't watch the trailer. I was like, okay, next. Like I watched it. I was like, I could go watch this.
Gwyneth, what are your opinions on it?
I agree. I think it looks good. I think it gives me very much like League of Assassin, Ra's al Ghul vibes. Like you guys know the
Yeah.
Batman origin story where Ra's al Ghul's heir to the League of Assassin was supposed to be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
This is what like is giving me these really big vibes, and like especially the way that like his dad talks to him in the trailer, very much Ra's and Bruce.
Yeah, we didn't get his dad at all in the past trailer. This is the first time, or maybe we did, but like there wasn't really much plot. This trailer brought like a more of the plot to the story. Um, so we kind of understand. So like, is his dad the main bad guy? Is that what everyone else understood too, or am I misreading that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's based off of a Marvel villain named the Mandarin. I might be
Yes.
incorrect.
Oh, I'm familiar with the Mandarin. I wasn't aware that this was like the same universe. Yeah, I've heard of the Mandarin before.
Yeah, I think originally they weren't, but for the purposes of the MCU, I think they put them together.
The Mandarin was the villain in Iron Man 2.
Yes, I think that was like a tease thing where he was like a fake Mandarin, but this is like people were like, oh, they're bringing the Mandarin from the comics into Iron Man, but then it wasn't the actual Mandarin, and this is like the real one. Like I think even like his symbol is like kind of similar, but it's like the accurate one this time. But yeah, he's the one that holds the 10 rings. We didn't get to see.
Yeah, the Mandarin in Iron Man 2, the Mandarin being the villain was very much just like generic, like pick anyone to throw in this generic villain role.
Wait, did I say 3? Was he in 2 or 3?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it might have been 3.
That one here, remember? I honestly
I
haven't
think
seen
it was
him in a while.
3.
The one with the racetrack.
No, that's 2.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, 2.
Right? The one with Elon Musk and like Tony Stark driving in the car.
Did you say Elon Musk?
Yeah, Elon Musk is
Elon.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yeah,
Elon Musk is in Iron Man 2?
Yeah, he is. You didn't know that?
I did not know that was a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he is.
What did you do? Pull up a
Wait,
video?
what?
Why didn't they have that dude in the suit, bro?
Who do you think made this suit, bro?
Seriously though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in Iron Man 2, they didn't really like dive into like the Mandarin much at all. Like it was very much just like slapped in there, I felt like.
Yeah. So like I'm glad they're actually doing like a real Mandarin thing. Not that I understood the comics part of it, but it makes comics fans happy.
Like when it said it's very similar to like the Raish and Bruce Wayne dynamic, but like DC is kind of known much more so than Marvel for like having these deep like interpersonal connections between like characters and especially like heroes and villains and anti-heroes and whatnot. So I'm not gonna lie, expectations are not high to see how Marvel handles like a complex interpersonal relationship like this, but I don't know. Again, like the trailer looked nice. I liked the ambiance of it. I liked that like the night market scene. I think it was a market or something. I like the setting. It was a nice like change of pace.
Are you talking about like the arena part? Like when it's like the people fighting in the arena?
Yeah, like the arena looks nice, and then just like I think like some of the outdoor spaces, if I remember correctly, like it looked really nice. It's just nice to have like a change of like pace from like New York.
Spider-Man, New York. Spider-Man, New York. Spider-Man in New York.
Spider-Man in
space.
New York.
Yeah, so then we also got a sneak peek at the end there. At the end of the trailer, they had from what I was reading, it's Abomination and Wong are in like the little arena part. So Wong is from Doctor Strange. He's one of the what are they, magicians? Sorcerers? What was their word?
They're like monk, magician, sorcerers. They're like a combination of all three.
Whatever their term is, he's one of those. And then they had Abomination in there did anyone here watch the original Hulk movie? The original like
Oh, I did. I was jokingly gonna say, is that the Hulk? And then I guess he was from the Hulk. I remember that now that you mentioned it. Yeah. I've seen that movie.
So he's from the Hulk. I guess they're bringing him back. He gets like a reskin in this movie, so he looks a lot different than he did. But then so does Bruce Banner. He of course doesn't look like Edward Norton. He looks more. He looks like what's his name? Mark Ruffalo. So that was so early back in the MCU that most people probably don't even remember it. But
see, I remember it because I've watched more of these like weird obscure movies that like pop up for free on cable than I have actual like MCU like recent movies. So yeah, I remember that movie.
All right, you have a step up on the competition there because I feel like most people don't even remember the Hulk movie exists. Like Lena or Gwyneth, have you seen it? You've seen it, right?
I have
No,
not seen it.
I've never seen it. Max's parents just watched it the other day, but I was like, no, I refuse to. I love Mark Ruffalo too much.
I think it came out
Oh, it's
after.
old.
Did it come out after Iron Man 2 or after the first Iron Man? I can't
I'll
remember.
look it up. I'll be the podcast guy.
There you go. We got the quick fact checker in the background. I don't know. Does anyone care for Abomination, or like, is anyone like, oh, why is Wong here? Does anyone care, or is it just like, oh, we'll find out?
Yeah, I was like, why is he there? It makes no sense as to why a sorcerer of his level is fighting in like an underground, like what is it?
Arena.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like it almost feels like illegal, you know?
Yeah.
It's 2008.
Like Fight Club, dude.
2008.
Yes.
Iron Man came out 2008 as well, right?
I think so. Or maybe 2007. Yeah, 2008.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
Iron Man?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I've probably seen that MCU movie the most, to be honest. Like, it's just such a great movie.
The opening is so good.
Was it the Back in
Like,
Black one?
just
Or no?
the whole like first act of Iron Man where he's like in the cave.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
My favorite line for that movie is like, he's like, "You don't get to be in the fun V." I can't even remember the line off the top of my head.
No, I think I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, Gwyneth, you're right. Like, it seems like Wong is like better than being in an underground fighting arena. My theory is that like he shows up, like he probably like sling rings in to show up and like take out the Abomination or something, or like.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Like they brought him in there, or someone put him in there, and now he's got to like deal with it. But everyone in the crowd is just like watching, and they're like, "Wow." But anyways, I guess that's all we have for the Shang-Chi trailer. Did I get it right that time?
Yes, Jared.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo.
Let's go.
So now we got Loki. So who here has already seen the Loki episode from today, Wednesday? Have you seen it yet, Gwyneth?
Sorry, Jared. I'm still on episode 1.
Oh my goodness. Nathan, I know you don't watch it, and Lena, you said you're waiting as well to watch the show?
Yeah,
Oh.
I haven't watched it yet.
Where's Ashley when I need her? I need to talk.
There you go. I'm so
I need
sorry.
to talk about this episode, man. This was so it's episode 4. This was of all 3 shows, WandaVision, WandaVision, Falcon, and this, hands down, this is the best episode of a Marvel show I've seen so far. Like,
I don't know, bro. I feel like WandaVision is genuinely so hard to beat.
No,
but no spoilers, no spoilers.
I know, I'm not. But like, WandaVision was so good, and that's what I'm saying. This episode was way better. Like, like it was because WandaVision gets good in the episodes at the end of each episode. You're like, what happened? But this one, like during the episode, there was constantly like huge things happening.
I've seen some spoilers, but I'm not gonna discuss. I don't know. It looks like it's good. I'm excited to watch. From what I have seen,
I can say is Loki is in the show. There's your spoiler.
Shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, for those who have watched the episode, we're not gonna do like a spoiler review or anything of each episode, but like y'all know this episode was insane. Gwyneth and Lena, you need to get on it. Like this thing was insane.
I'm excited, dude.
Huh?
Same. Excited.
I said I'm excited. I kind of just want the ability to binge it all though, because I feel like the worst part of WandaVision was like watching it and then having to wait an entire week. You know?
Do you mean like genuinely worst part, or like worse and like, oh, I can't wait, or like it's actually not fun waiting for the episodes?
I genuinely like it. I am an impatient person. Like I wish I could have watched it all at once.
Well, all of WandaVision at once?
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm doing with Loki.
So speaking of WandaVision, that's the next thing for our news here. So even though WandaVision,
oh my god, this is.
Did you get a chance to watch this, Lena?
I saw it on TikTok and Twitter about how like it's altered.
Yeah, so Nathan or
Yeah.
Winif, did you get a chance to see the video I sent you both about the WandaVision
Yeah.
finale post credit scene?
Yeah.
You
So
took a look
there's
at
like it took me a while to okay,
To
the
see
link
it?
you sent me, Jared, and for the viewers that don't know what we're talking about yet, the post credit scene of the last or the WandaVision finale, right?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
altered, and there was like a cloaked figure in one of these like shots. And I was like,
I don't understand how people like even caught that. Like I
the
would not have
clip
caught
Jared
that unless
sent
I was
us
looking for it.
was like some kid like recording it on his like TI-84 in his living room, like at like a 45-degree angle to the TV. And I was like, I can't even see. Like, I was trying to see if like the trees were the cloaked figure that was supposed to be there. So I went and looked up a different video that was like screen capped.
They
And then
really
I saw.
they really got the kid who records the school fights to go and record that.
Yeah,
scene of
for real. The
motion.
World Star kid was the one filming.
So yeah, by cloak do you mean like it looked like invisibility cloak, right?
Yeah, that was another thing that threw me off. There's like it's like an active camo type
Yeah,
cloak.
exactly. For most people who've played video games, like active camo, just like it kind of looks like they're invisible. They're like transparent, but not really. What is everyone's theories here? Gwyneth is like frantically probably in the background trying to watch the video.
No, I watched it. It's just that like I don't know if it was just me, but like I couldn't really tell much of a difference besides like what people were saying, like go like greener trees and a shadow.
The shots were like slightly different, but I was surprised by that because I don't see why they're because like when I realized it was like an invisibility cloak type thing, I was surprised they seemingly reshot some of the stuff.
Well, that's not the only thing that's changed.
Like,
wait, what do you mean?
Like, what other like objective things?
There's another scene that changed in the show.
Which scene?
So I think that's what prompted people to go back and look. It's So wait, so we're okay to say everything,
yeah, you can
right?
say
like
this has been out
fine.
this has been out for how many months now? Like 6?
Okay.
It came out in like
so in the
July,
scene
or
where
January, my bad.
What?
I said it came out in January,
so in the
you
scene where Monica is still like Geraldine and she's talking to Wanda and she's talking about how like she's like, oh, like Ultron killed your brother, right? And then she sends her out and then Vision's like, oh, like where'd Geraldine go? And she's like, oh, she had to leave. Like she had to run out. And then how in like the recap or something, or I might be getting it switched, it's like, oh, like she didn't belong here. You know, do you guys remember that?
Yeah, Wanda
they
switches
took that
the
out.
recap.
Yeah, they took that out, like entirely.
The recap or the original quote or which part?
The original, so wherever she says she didn't belong here, they cut that out. Like now it's just the same twice. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, the same thing in a row? Like both the recap and the clip are the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? Did they have like was the person who was putting together the recap, did they get like the wrong clip? Like maybe they recorded 2 things and like that wasn't supposed to be the intention?
What do you mean? Like it was just like I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't
like
think
for
Marvel
example,
does anything on accident.
Okay, for example, in The Mandalorian, there's this one clip where you can see like a guy's like shoulder and like his leg in the background, and he's like one of like the set people, and people were like having like a field day with that one, like talking about how funny it was that there was this guy in the background. He had like his own wiki page at one point. It was really like a whole fun ordeal, and like after like a week or a couple days, like Disney edited him out. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it was an accident that they had like multiple clips of Wanda talking, and like
I don't think
they weren't sure which one they were going to use, so they accidentally used both.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like just with the nature of the show and like Marvel in general, like nothing's really an accident like that. Especially since they got rid of the one that's more what's the word? Like though that's more like ominous, you know, like the she didn't belong here. Like they got rid of that one. I don't know. I
liked it.
Yeah, I think it's intentional, and I think that over the course of the next couple weeks, we're going to be seeing a lot more little change, like many more slight changes. And I think, I don't know, do you guys have theories as to who the cloaked figure is?
It was floating, right?
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Yeah.
if
Oh,
it's
it's got to
floating,
be
Yeah.
Strange. Okay.
gotta be, right?
So here's my theory. I think that Strange is going back and like editing the timeline, trying to fix whatever Wanda's caused by like, opening up the multiverse and like doing that. That's my theory. I don't know. You guys can
The
attack
cloaked
it. Pick
figure
it apart.
is actually Master Chief with active camo
It's obviously
activated.
yo. Master Chief confirmed the Master Chief cinematic universe. We all know this. That's what MCU stands
Yeah,
for.
that's what do you think? Yeah, MCU. Yeah.
No, we all know it's actually Mephisto. He's the one who's the cloaked figure. It's actually the Mephisto, the Mephisto cinematic universe.
What if it's just a visual artifact?
What do you mean?
It was an
What?
accident.
But it was edited in later. Is that
Somebody on the visuals messed up a layer, and now there's like a translucent blob floating through the shot. And now Disney has to make up an entire like canonical
Timeline?
plot line to fit into all these fan theories.
No,
It's just really bad CGI trying to take up the
Yeah.
cameraman,
It's
and then
like
they're
the
just like,
intern.
actually, ooh.
The intern put down that he knows how to use like Avid video editing on his resume, and he did not.
He was hoping to learn it from a wiki, however.
He was like, it's just like Excel.
that's the what was it? The takeaway story here is don't lie on your resume. You might actually change the course of an entire MCU timeline.
You might create a new franchise.
Lena, wait, Gwyneth, you've seen the first episode of Loki, right?
Yes.
This might have created a Nexus event.
Oh, please, Jared.
What's I gonna add with that? So we thought it was Doctor Strange. I don't know where I was going with this. So is he spying on Wanda? Like, Lena, you said he's altering timelines? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
your theory
I think
was?
it's just like, because the theories were like, that like the end of WandaVision was supposed to lead into the beginning of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And so a lot of people were saying that like following the comics, what Wanda does is like a Nexus event that creates like multiple like universes. And like in the comics, like the multiverse literally like crumbles because of it, but which we didn't like really see, or I don't know, maybe we're supposed to see that later. But I think they're going to just introduce Strange to show that it's like slowly going to start happening. You know what I mean? Like he's slowly trying to fix everything as it gets worse because of everything she did, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, Gwyneth and Lena, do either of you know, has Doctor Strange finished filming it? Multiverse of Madness? That comes out what, 2023? Am I right with that?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I think it's in like post filming.
Yeah, I feel like
isn't that supposed to come out editing? Soon? Yeah. Like it's one of the like earlier ones in phase 4. So I would assume that it's coming out within the next year. Because I think it's actually supposed to be the one that comes right after No Way Home.
Okay, it says March 25th, 2022. So my theory is they've like finished filming with that, and now they're like, oh, one of the things we want to do is have him like watching Wanda. And now they've gone back and edited him into the scene. That's my theory, at least.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if they edited him into a bunch of different scenes. Like slowly as we go along, we just see more and more and more, and then like leading up to the like actual movie, it's like blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just like, oh, we saw a shadow that looks somewhat like Doctor Strange, like
so
like it's kind of a
so you're saying in like the beginning of the Multiverse of Madness there's going to be like an Agatha All Along song, but it's like Doctor Strange. It was Doctor Strange all along, and then they show the clips of the places he's
yeah. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. I don't know, I hope so. We'll see. I also really like the director for or I believe it's the director for Multiverse of Madness, because he's worked on like Evil Dead and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I don't know if you guys like scary movies, but I think it's going to be an interesting new.
Well,
did you say no? You don't like scary movies?
Nathan said he did. I don't.
Oh, I love them.
Freak me out. What about
they all suck though.
Also,
there's like no good ones. It's very hard to make a good scary movie.
That's why I'm excited for Doctor Strange, because I feel like in the same way that like Far From Home was kind of like a rom-com plus a superhero movie, that I think Multiverse of Madness is going to be like a horror movie plus a superhero movie, and it's just going to blend well, if that makes any sense.
I get you. By the way, I love that about Far From Home. I want more Peter Parker rom-coms.
Dude, right? Like
Same.
I've watched it. I watched. It's the only movie I've watched more than once in theaters.
Honestly,
like I went to the theaters to watch it 3 times.
Like with Tom Holland, honestly, like Peter Parker is more interesting than Spider-Man. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. Like No Way Home could literally just be a movie about like Peter Parker and like Ned getting stuck on a bus and like trapped in the middle of like a fucking or oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Captain America enters the chat. Captain America enters the chat.
Was I the first person to say a swear word?
No, I think
okay.
was it Sanil in like 2 episodes ago?
Okay, good. I was so worried. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But yeah, they could just be in the middle of a city and just not have a way to get back to where they were before, and I would watch the whole thing. Like no Spider-Man at all.
Same thing with Homecoming. Like now that you mention it, that I think about it, I have a really like I really like the sequence from Homecoming where he's like suiting up and like learning his. I think that like blows like as far as like how the other Spider-Man like I guess like franchises have done it, like the Garfield movies and the Raimi movies, or the Tobey Maguire movies. Yeah, like that was like by far the best one, and I think it's just because like the half Peter Parker, half Spider-Man, like they let his personality shine through.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
The
scene where he's got the yellow jacket on and he's in the warehouse. And he's just talking to like the program in his suit is one of my favorite. I have a sticker.
Is its name Karen? Is that the right?
I don't remember what it is. I was gonna say Edith, but that's the glasses.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Or is it Friday? Is Friday? No, Friday's his new one.
No,
that's Iron Man. I can't remember. Anyway, hey, now the multiverse might be coming in. Maybe we'll get to see Uncle Ben die for Peter Parker.
Oh, what?
Tom Holland's
Jared,
Peter Parker.
No.
You know what I'm so excited for? Uncle Aaron to come in, because they already introduced him in
Homecoming?
Was it I think Homecoming? Yeah, in the scene with Childish Gambino.
Yeah, he's the uncle
he's talking
of
Miles
Morales. Yeah.
And so he mentions and there's a cut scene, or like not a cut scene, but like a scene that they cut out of the movie where he was supposed to be like, oh, like my nephew Miles, but they like took it out because it was too like obvious. But yeah, like his name is like Aaron, and he's like a con. Like that's his whole thing. Like that was them introducing the multiverse all the way back then, and I got so excited for that. So I'm hoping we get to see more.
I'd bet you the end credits scene for for the next Spider-Man movie has something that'll probably reference like Miles Morales. That's just my bet, personally.
More of that.
Dude, if they don't put Spider-Gwen in that hole, I'm gonna be mad.
Period, Nathan. Period.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. But you gonna what do you
I'm gonna be honest.
Last thing for Marvel, go.
I was just gonna say, the only reason I'm watching Black Widow is because I want to see the end credits scene. Like, I'm not excited for that movie, but I'm so excited for the end credits because I know whatever is going to come after is going to be super cool.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Black Widow is coming out within like a week and a half.
Within like, I was going to say like 2 weeks.
I have Thursday night tickets for that when it comes out, so I'm excited. Anyone else here going to see it?
Oh, sweet.
Nathan, you probably won't, I don't think.
No.
What about you, Winnie?
I mean, I didn't even think of it, but we should go watch it. Yeah, I'll probably grab tickets for that.
Are they recasting it? They're not, right?
What?
Sorry, this is probably a dumb question, but are they recasting it? Like, is it Scarlett? Is it ScarJo?
Unfortunately, it's ScarJo.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I might have to pull up then.
Wait, why unfortunately? Do you not care for her, Lena?
I don't care for her acting. I don't care for her as like an actual person. I hate the way she makes the character. I'm not a fan of her at all. But I love like the idea of Black Widow. You know what I mean? Like I just wish it was someone else.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like no offense, Scarlett Johansson, if you're watching this, but
yeah,
I know she's not a horrible Black Widow, but like I feel like we could do better.
Scarlett Johansson, if you're listening to this, please come on the show. We would love to talk to you.
No, literally, when we went to California Adventure, I like pointed out the like the face character for Black Widow, and I was like, oh, she should be Black Widow instead of ScarJo. And a girl behind me was like, so like true to me. So I was like, you know, I think give the people what they want. You know, someone else.
Okay, like ScarJo's okay, but like it's nowhere near. Like they really hit some of these characters like on the head. Like Robert Downey Jr. is like Tony Stark, and no one else is ever going to replace that now.
Oh yeah,
because he's like too good of a fit.
I feel like Mark Ruffalo is like the best Bruce Banner ever. Like I feel like nobody really has strong opinions on him, but I think he's like I also love him as a person. And like
I feel the same way about Tom Holland, like what we just talked about. Like Tom Holland is like
people don't like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Dude, I love him. We can get into this on a different episode because like I could talk for like a while about this, but oh my god, like Tom Holland is miles ahead of Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
Oh, 100%. Also, no offense to Tobey Maguire because I've been told he's also an avid fan of this podcast. But
wait, well, I shouldn't say Tobey Maguire, but like the Tom Holland movies are miles ahead of the Raimi movies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a conversation for another episode.
Yeah, we're almost out of time on the Marvel stuff, so instead let's move on to some Star Wars stuff. So this is gonna be quick because I forget, Gwyneth, are you much of a Star Wars fan?
I am, but I haven't watched anything recent, so don't at me, Jared. Okay. Don't at me.
So
yeah, the last Star Wars media I consumed was Rise of Skywalker.
The last thing Lena saw was the robot movie because that's what her voice sounds like right now.
The last Star Wars media I consumed was I think it was the Battlefront game for PSP. It wasn't even my PSP, it was my neighbor's PSP.
Back in the dark times.
That was fun as heck.
Heck, there you go.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I should put a Captain America thing over that.
But
yeah, so in Star Wars news, this is causing a big hoopla on the Twitter sphere and online. So for everyone here is familiar with Boba Fett, right? The character Boba Fett?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like the drink, right?
Yes.
Yes, so Boba Fett, clone of Jango Fett, he flies a ship called the Slave One. So the big news right now.
I saw this.
You did see this? The big news.
Well, I saw this from you.
Oh yeah, the big news is that Disney has now switched all of their modeling or all their naming of Slave One to be Boba Fett's starship. So like from now on, they will never reference, at least seemingly, they won't reference the ship as Slave One ever again in any like upcoming Star Wars material. So like every time you go to get a Lego set of the ship, it's going to be called Boba Fett's starship. The Wikipedia, I think the Disney Wikipedia page for like their own like thing they have set. It's not Wikipedia, it's like their own like Star Wars database. It now just says like Boba Fett's starship. And of course, everyone is like really annoyed by this because one, it was one of like the coolest names like a ship had, and like people are just right now they're arguing online like, is this like a way to make it more like socially acceptable? Like, oh, you don't want to include the word slave because that could be like oh, is Boba Fett now a good guy with like this TV show coming out? So we don't want to associate the word slave with Boba Fett. Like,
I have a question, Jared.
Yes.
Do you really think Slave One is the coolest name for a ship when Millennium?
I think unpopular.
Yeah,
opinion,
there's literally a Millennium Falcon, and you think slave is cool?
No, like I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, can you? What do you mean by that?
Yes.
Okay.
Very suspicious.
Okay. Jared, I think it's just because you're the type of guy who's very much like stick to the original content and that content only. And I feel like your heart is a little hurt right now, and that's okay. But the real question is not why are they changing the name, but why Lucas thought in the first place it was an appropriate name for a ship to be called Slave.
Because he's a bounty hunter.
I think that,
he's a
I think
he's
that's
a scoundrel. Like, of course,
it's not like. I hate this like
here's
association of like generic words with like broader topics. You know, like slave is just a like. There's no other context tagged to that. Like Disney's just adding their own context.
This is a different universe. Okay,
do you think it's cool though?
The name?
Yeah.
I do enjoy seeing media change with like the times. You know, like I don't think that like the way we consume media and the way like everything fits together has to be like this rigid, like strict thing. Like I think it's cool to see like, oh, like in like the dynamic of the new day and age, like we need to make sure that like what we're doing isn't like singling anybody out or making someone that may feel hurt, you know? So like, I don't know. I wish they came up with a cooler name than just
I was gonna say
Fett.
I would be less irritated by this if they didn't change it to Boba Fett's starship, because like what is that?
They're not changing the name. It's just like how they're branding it from this point out. So it's still always going to be called Slave One. It's just you'll never see on like a package of Legos. Like it won't, like if you look at the old like Lego sets,
like
it's
in a
Slave
movie,
One.
would it be referred to as Slave One?
No, it would never be referred to from this point on.
So they're changing the name.
No,
I like
because changing the name would be like naming Slave One and now it's called the Dreadnought. Like that would be like changing the name. It's now just like it's being referenced as Boba Fett's starship.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like hop in my ship, bro.
Yeah, then
they'll just never reference it by its like pronoun anymore.
Exactly. I mean, it never was to begin with. I don't think in any single movie it's been called Slave One. It's just all of us Star Wars fans.
It's not really that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal. It's like, okay, so do you all know the drama with Anakin's lightsaber being called Rey's lightsaber? Did y'all hear about that one?
No.
Okay,
no, I didn't. But that sounds stupid. I hate Rey. Number one Rey hater right here.
So
dude, people are gonna listen to the podcast. They're gonna be like, "Dang, she didn't like Captain Marvel. She doesn't like Black Widow. She doesn't like Rey. Like, we have a misogynist over here, dude." Yeah.
Hey, no, I just don't like. Slave One's a cool name, apparently. So
yeah, but that's justified. But like, not me.
I think it's a cool name. I just don't think it's
for
like
a scoundrel ship. I think it's a really cool name.
Wait, Lena, your opinions are justified, and I stand with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to point out.
I
would like to point out really quick. We mentioned that like this is like a changing with the times thing. I would also like to point out it's pretty much just a money thing.
No, 100%. Like I am convinced that Disney is not like, oh, we care so much about these marginalized groups. We want to make sure they feel it's just a money grab. But that's what most of Disney is. So you kind of gotta give credit where the credit is actually due.
You picked a horrible franchise
to. You know what happened? Is someone was looking for Slave One online because they're like, you know what? I want to buy a cool Slave One ship, and they typed Slave One, and then like Google pulled up, here's the first ever slave or something. Like that's probably. So Disney's like, well, now we can't have that. That's how that happened.
Yeah, it's like a SEO like search browser thing.
I guess their thought process is if Boba Fett's starship, like that's very clearly gonna direct someone.
Okay, to be fair, like
a Disney page.
As far as like a Lego set being named, like I don't like a lot. There's probably tons of like small children that don't know the actual name of ship. You know,
dude, most people don't know the name of the ship. It's only big Star Wars fans that are like even complaining about it. But yeah, so that's the drama with that. We'll go more in depth into this. I know there's not very many like big Star Wars fans here today, but we'll go more in depth of that on our Star Warlords podcast episode.
This podcast is about to become politically charged, boys and girls.
We're moving on to avoid that.
We're actually we're turning into the Joe Rogan experience for a minute.
Yeah.
No, not Joe Rogan.
I'm about to change the tags on this. Now it's a political podcast. This is no longer Disney.
I was gonna make another Joe Rogan reference, but now it's gonna turn this into an NSFW podcast, so let's not.
Oh God.
It already is. All right, so the next thing in Star Wars news is Bad Batch episode number. I forget the number. Another Bad Batch episode dropped. As again, I don't think very many people here have seen the Bad Batch or watched any of the new stuff. So my short synopsis is it was good. I mean, I can't talk about anything spoilery and like, you know what I mean. And I'm like the only one with an opinion on it here. So for those of you who do watch the Bad Batch, a familiar bounty hunter is in this episode. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, and there's like a cool fight between some bounty hunters. So yeah, another good episode. Looking forward to next week's as well. So I guess we'll move on from that and get into Disney park news. So, not too much going on with the park, but one of the things that was on the news is they have reopened the single rider entrance for a lot of the rides at Disneyland. So, or at least the big rides. So, has anyone here ever tried the single rider line at Disney?
I love single rider, especially when you go with a bunch of friends that are slow at walking, but they want to ride everything. Single rider is your BFF.
It'll like cut your like I think it cuts the wait time in like half. Like if it's like an hour wait time,
100%,
it's like
dude.
30 minutes only.
Yeah.
So it's good. So
I feel like the people in the single rider queue are like cool too, as far as the like.
They're chill people.
Well, I guess they throw you in like wait. Do they? If you go in the single rider queue, do you get thrown into like if there's a family of 3 in a 4-person cart, would you fill?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
okay,
exactly
never
right.
mind. That's not cool. I don't want to sit by somebody's mom.
No, that's how you make friends.
Yeah.
With somebody's mom. Here you go again.
No. Nathan, no.
I don't want to hear it, Nathan. This is not a topic for this podcast.
No.
But I don't know. I think it's fine. I mean, okay, because like Splash Mountain, for example, like when you get put on that cart and you get in the back of the Splash Mountain one, first it's better because like you're not at the front of the Splash Mountain seat where like you're getting hit with all the water, and you're at the back, so like they don't even have to see you. The only downside is that like you can't coordinate like a pose for the photo, you know?
Yeah.
Lena, have you ever tried the single rider line?
I think I tried it once. Does Space Mountain have one?
Yes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I think I did, and the whole time I met this really nice lady behind me who was just like, to piggyback off of Nathan saying that the people are always really cool. This one lady who was like visiting like California because she was doing research for like water levels rising, and she just was like, "Oh, I have a day off. I'm just gonna go to Disneyland." No, I don't know. She was really cool. I learned a lot of stuff, and then like we rode in this same like car thing. That was fun.
Was she a mom?
Yeah, she was like a grown woman, and like she had came with her daughter who was my age, but her daughter didn't like her daughter didn't want to like ride with her, and I was like, "Oh, you got me. It's cool."
Yeah, see, Nathan.
See,
Nathan, moms are cool. You can be. So you can
just,
oh yeah.
She just 100%. Became an adopted child that day.
Yeah.
I would like it if there was like, I want a queue for only other single riders. Disney, the dating experience.
Stop! No. I was so confused what you were trying to say at first.
Okay, not just like.
Oh my god!
I'm just like, it'd be fun if you just got thrown with a
Disney
bunch of other
singles.
people that like aren't riding with anyone else, you know? Then you would be making friends.
I feel like you would need a cool name for it, like you know how like
the Single Riders Club,
like clever, because yeah, that's pretty good.
No, fun fact. So Ashley was our friend Ashley Taylor, the Missouri one, who comes on our show. One of her first ideas for this podcast was Single Riders Club, which I venomously shot down and went with Castles and Company. But yeah, so that's the title of this episode, is Single Riders Club. And ironically, Ashley is not even here today. But
dang,
yeah,
she's gonna be so hurt.
Yeah, she is. Don't worry, we'll make her a t-shirt that says Single Riders Club at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Anyway, so just so we're staying on time, last thing for the day is the article up somewhere. So Avengers Campus had, according to the OC Register, had a reveal and quickly hid the reveal of more details about the Quinjet e-ticket ride coming to Avengers Campus. So, according to the OC Register, they said, never before seen concept art displayed in the new Marvel Hotel at Disneyland Paris, and then it was quickly removed. It revealed pre-show elements, attraction interiors, and battle scenes for the Quinjet e-ticket ride planned for Avengers Campus at Disneyland California Adventure. So, everyone here knew that they were having a second ride coming to Avengers Campus, right?
Yeah, I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so of course there isn't too much that like we know about it yet, but I guess it has like an in-depth queue area. These things we didn't really get to see the what do you call it? The things they released, but
I love me some in-depth queue area.
You want to see it?
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does that mean? Do you mean
is it like
Indiana
Guardians?
Jones?
Where like you get to watch Rocket in the line?
Good question.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm trying to see if I had more
like
details, but
if it's like that, then I'm all for it.
A walkthrough pre-show area shows Avengers aircraft on a docking bay with cargo crates sitting below an overhead winch
we
system.
saw that. We saw that when we were on the one where it's like Mater and it spins you around. Do you guys know what that is? When we were
my
riding
favorite ride.
Yeah,
it's bomb.
Yeah, from that ride you can see the like jet thing. Like I got a video of it, I'm pretty sure, for my sister.
Alright, you're just talking about the Quinjet? You're just talking about the Quinjet, right? Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
No, but like they're building a brand new building. Like the current building where like you see
really?
Yeah, where you see Captain Marvel and whatnot, or Captain America up on. They're building a whole like big new building on the side. So I'm not too sure when this is supposed to be done or when they're even trying to start building it, but yeah, they have like a whole brand new building that Avengers Campus is about to look like a lot bigger, like coming up. I know, was it when if you had a complaint about Avengers Campus, I forget, what did you say was like the reason you gave it like a 5 out of 10 or like a 4 out of 10? Is it just because the music incomplete?
Mm-hmm.
So you think this will help it once it does have the?
They watched the podcast.
I want to give it the benefit.
They saw the podcast and they heard Wyneth say that, and then they immediately got on building.
Started doing it. The second construction.
Yes, Kevin Feige, if you are listening to the show, because we know you're an avid fan of the show, please come tell us more about the ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you were saying, Wyneth?
I want to give it the benefit of the doubt and say that it'll like make everything better, but I don't know, Jared. You guys, I'm just like an avid MCU hater. They don't have good movies.
Damn.
I'm not interested.
I didn't know
only
that
here
until
for Chris
now.
Evans. Oh yeah.
Don't you like Spider-Man?
Yeah, I do. I like Spider-Man and Captain America and Black Panther.
That's like half of it.
No, it's not.
Okay, let's see.
I only
Spider-Man
like one of the Spider-Man movies too. That's one of the Tom Holland movies.
I was gonna say there's like 3 Spider-Man movies. There's 3 Captain America movies. There's 1 Black Panther, almost 2 Black Panthers.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not excited.
Okay. I like the first Black Panther, the first 2 Captain Americas, and then the second Spider-Man movie. Tom
You
Holland.
didn't like
That's
Homecoming?
it.
The second.
No.
You didn't like
Both
Civil War?
no.
Civil
You
War
don't like
I
was
did
badass.
not. No, it
Okay,
was
no,
not,
I guess
Jared.
like
Yeah, it
a
was.
lot of them are
Spider-Man in it.
extremely cookie cutter.
Ooh.
I mostly like
Ragnarok
the
is
first
amazing.
part, like the first half of
No.
Homecoming.
Wait, you don't like
No.
Ragnarok?
No, it's a rip-off Guardians movie.
That
What about Age of Ultron?
Guardians is okay.
Okay,
I'm
like,
here for it
Guardians
because
is
of the
good.
music.
Lena, does anyone
It's
really like
okay.
Age of Ultron? I have yet to hear.
How do you feel about Guardians?
Age of Ultron sucks.
I do.
Who named that?
I think it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Honestly, I didn't like Age of Ultron much until after WandaVision, though.
There's a lot of bad Marvel
'Cause
movies.
I had more
to be fair,
appreciation.
Jared. There's a lot of bad Marvel movies.
Yeah, Iron Man
let's-
2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
Hulk.
Okay,
Yeah.
everything after Iron Man 1. Like,
Yeah.
probably half of the Avengers movies.
Yeah, I dare say all of them.
As long as you guys don't hate on Winter Soldier, I'm okay. If you have beef with Winter Soldier, you have beef
was
with me.
good.
It's
Winter Soldier was
amazing.
good.
I disagree with many of the statements. I like.
We need to, Jared. We need to have an episode where it's just all out our opinions on every single Marvel movie.
Next week we are ranking.
They're all the same movie.
Next week
they're all the same movie, and they're wearing different colored spandex.
But you need to stop
Nathan.
saying that because you need to put some respect on Spider-Man. Because those movies are heaven. Oh my god.
This next week, put it on your calendars, everyone. We are ranking the Marvel Cinematic Universe
tier
movies.
List.
Okay.
All of them?
Yeah.
So, Jared, when are we going to talk about Luca? Because I am itching to talk about Luca.
Luca? Yes, we also have a Luca movie review coming soon. So I have first we have the Cruella movie review, which is coming this week. Look forward to that. But after that, we will probably do a Luca one. So Lena will be there. Liam,
I'm gonna be leading that because that movie I watched it and the next day went out to buy a pin for it. It was so good. It was like the best.
So yeah, we'll have Lena there. We'll have Liam there. Anyone else who's interested. I don't think Nathan's gonna watch Luca. He hates the Italians.
I already watched The Godfather.
Listen, I hate Italians, but that movie was so cute.
Did you say you hate Italians too?
Yeah.
She said that so dryly. Some poor
because I know they're all
5
huge
months
fans
down
of
the
this
line is
podcast.
gonna hear that and be like, huh?
You didn't know the Italian president watches this podcast?
No, all of Italy actually watches this podcast, so my apologies to them. But Luca was so good; it almost makes up for like the whole like fascism thing.
I forget when. If you said, are you interested in doing a Luca review?
Definitely.
Okay, so at least Lena, Gwyneth, me, and Liam will be there for a Luca review. But yeah, Liam and I will be doing a Cruella review pretty soon. I don't think anyone else here is interested in watching it. But yeah, we're trying to do a movie review of every single Disney movie that comes out this year. And we'll go from there. Yeah, any last comments on things this week? Or is everyone good?
I'm good.
Any last rants from Nathan?
No, if I start, you're gonna have a hard time stopping me.
We'll get you next week.
Don't get that ball rolling.
So next week that will be the topic for the show. We'll have ranking how many Marvel movies are there now? Like 23?
20-something? 23?
Too many.
We'll do
How many different colors of spandex can you name, Jared?
So yeah, we'll do
How many forms of CGI?
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll do 1 through. I'm curious. How many MCU movies are there?
Wait, so are we doing like a
23.
numerical one, or are we gonna do one where it's like S through F tier?
No, we're gonna do numerical. So we'll rank them. What we'll do is we'll
Oh
have.
my god,
Yeah.
Okay,
Jared!
I think S through F tier would be a lot easier and a lot more fun.
This is an auditory experience, though.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta do like S through F tier of like all of the major characters.
Oh, I think that's better. I think that's way easier too.
Yeah.
So we'll like numerically rank the movies, but like we'll do.
Okay, we'll have to split this up into 2 days then, because we'll do.
There we go.
Okay, we can do a movies. And then
Okay,
we can do
movies is hard though because a lot of it there's like
Yeah, what are we?
there's not
ranking
much
them on?
overlap between the movies that we have seen.
Okay, but here's my point. Like Gwyneth said, she likes the Captain America first 2 movies, but not the third. You know what I mean? So if you rank the character and not the movie, it doesn't really get the full picture.
For sure.
I think what we'll do is we'll probably just each of us will rank the movies, and then we can like average
Just get
out.
the average of that.
Yeah, get the
Okay.
average of that. And then
All
maybe
right.
seeing how much we get into that, maybe after that we can do just rank the characters the week after.
Everyone, quick
Sounds
fire in 5 seconds. Your prediction for best
Character?
MCU character.
Iron Man.
MCU
Iron
character.
Man.
Iron Man?
Iron Man.
What do you mean Iron Man? Yeah.
What do you mean Iron Man, Lena?
Iron Man literally takes
Oh my
every
god.
movie
Okay,
Robert
we're going to
Downey's
have
in
such
and like
disagreement.
turns
I'll
it
save
into
my
gold.
contempt for that episode, but holy cow, dude.
Nathan, didn't you just say you like didn't like Iron Man 3?
Well, the Iron Man movies suck, but as a character, like Iron Man, like by far, they nailed Iron Man.
All right, then Lena, what's yours then?
My top character?
5, 4, 3.
I don't
2.
know, Strange, Wanda, I feel like they're both great. Or Thor. I like Thor a lot.
I think Thor's good.
I would like Cap if it wasn't for Endgame.
What about
I haven't watched Falcon.
My top characters are probably Cap.
No, you get top character. You get top
one.
character.
Oh, one character, then probably Cap. I feel like all the other characters aren't developed as well, and they don't have that kind of, that to them.
You heard it here first,
when
folks.
just
Lena hates
Chris Evans is hot. There's no other explanation.
I will tell you, in my head, Iron Man and Batman are the same type of character, and not in a good way.
No. Batman and Captain America are the same type of person.
Batman,
girl.
okay, look,
Batman
I love
is a playboy
Batman.
billionaire
Batman is such
philanthropist.
a bad
Please.
character.
What? Have you
I'm so
what?
Okay,
Wait, what did you say?
What?
Listen,
Why would
Wait,
you?
I didn't hear
what?
it.
You said
I'm not a
Batman
fan
was
of
a
Batman.
bad character. Why?
Oh,
Batman, how can you not be a fan of Batman? He literally has such great character development, and the entire Bat family itself is chef kiss, my man.
Batman is one of the
Chef
best
kiss.
franchises in
Period,
all of
Nathan.
ever.
Period.
maybe I just haven't gotten into it enough. But in my head, both Tony Stark and Batman are heroes that cause all of their own problems and then fix it and call themselves heroes. Like that's not
No.
being
Stop.
that's cleaning
No,
up
no,
your own
no,
Lena,
no,
you
no,
cause all your
no,
own problems
no,
too.
no.
And at least
no.
they're fixing them.
Oh my
Damn.
god. Okay, look, I can see the parallels between Bruce and Tony, but Batman and Iron Man as symbols are two very, very different heroes, okay? That's that. I'm just leaving it at that. I can't. I'm sorry, Lena. You like open Pandora's box, and me and Nathan out here are like, oh my god.
I'm so sorry. You know what? To be fair, I don't know much about Batman. Like I'm
Oh
not
my,
super into DC,
Lena,
but
why
Maybe
would you
he's
say these
so
things?
stupid
with
Why
that.
would you say these things then? Oh
From
my,
what
I'm
I've
sweating now.
seen.
I'm sweating. I'm
Podcast
sweating.
is
Okay.
getting extremely
Please.
hostile.
Please. Oh my gosh.
That's enough for this episode, so I'm looking forward to next week's episode, where we go in depth about Lena not knowing much about Batman and making broad assumptions
is this
about
not a
him.
Disney podcast? I'm sorry. I didn't know I needed outside information.
If you're gonna bring the flame, you better be ready to get the heat, man.
Gwyneth's ready to
That's fair.
start a DC Comics podcast.
Alrighty, so next week we'll have our ranking of all the MCU movies. That will not include Black Widow because it won't be out by then. But yeah, so that's all the time we have for this episode. So as always, you can find us on Spotify, and you can also subscribe to us on YouTube, Castles and Company. And then as well, you can follow us on Instagram at Castles and Company, on Twitter at Castles, capital N Company, and then also on our website, castlesandcompany.com. So as always, remember this. Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. So thank you for listening. Alrighty.